Hello there, football fans. Assuming you are there and haven't postponed your support this weekend. These are difficult times. In fact, at time of taping, 5 of this weekend's fixtures have been postponed due to the COVID-19 situation, where many clubs have seen positive test results decimate their squads. So far, the postponed matches are Manchester United against Brighton, Southampton Brentford, Watford Crystal Palace, West Ham Norwich, and Everton Leicester. But as it stands, right now, we have 5 matches to look forward to. How many will be played? Well, let's all collectively cross our fingers. Okay? All of us, cross our fingers. So, without further ado, here goes. Villa against Burnley. Of course, Burnley languishing in the drop zone, winless in 17 of 18 games. It sounds just so familiar, right? But they've lost only 2 of 10, but the 7 draws in that time frame. They do this every single year, right? They struggle, awful stats, and then they survive. So let's move on to Aston Villa, who have won 4 of 6 under Steven Gerrard, and the kids are alright. Jacob Ramsey, Matty Cash, marvellous Nakamba, who's out this weekend, sadly. They're all making the loss of Jack Wilshere far more palatable. Villa, they'll win this one. It will be low scoring though. Moving on to Arsenal, up against Leeds. The Gunners up to 4th place finally. Leeds in 16th, and of course they lost 7-0 to Man City and have lost yet more players to injuries, and they're already crippled. So Arsenal, they should win this one with ease. As I mentioned, back in the Big Four, but they have stripped Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang of his captaincy. Yes, controversy surrounding the £350,000 a week man. He's dropped as well, likely not around for this weekend. He's not interested, but it's showing me that Mikel Arteta is very much in charge. Maybe the big question out of this one, though, isn't the Gunners winning it by how much, but Marcelo Bielsa. He is now the second favourite as next man out in the old managerial ranks. That's one to keep an eye on. Moving on now, Wolves up against Chelsea. Now, Chelsea, of course, in 3rd place. Wolves, very much in that top 4 conversation these days. And maybe they won't make top 4. Maybe it'll be more like European football, Europa League, that weird conference championship thing. Maybe, regardless, Wolves are good. They're playing good football. Chelsea, they'll remain inconsistent, drawing 1-1 with Everton on Thursday. Lukaku and Timo Werner are among the latest COVID cases there as well. So there's value here to be had with Wolves. So let's go out on a bit of a limb here, win some money, and give the edge here to Wolves. Newcastle up against Man City. This one could be really ugly. City, they've won 7 straight games. They beat Leeds 7-0 this past week. They're so hungry for goals. That's what stands out for me. They're dominating teams, but no one's dominating the goal-scoring charts, right? I mean, Bernardo Silva is the top goal scorer, 7 goals in the league this season. Kevin De Bruyne scored this past week finally as well, as did Jack Wilshere, scoring his 2nd of the season and his first ever with his head. So if I'm Newcastle for this one, I'm just going to call in sick, honestly. You know, no pun intended. Don't show up. Don't come home. City, otherwise we'll smash you. Alright, and finally the 5th one this weekend, we hope the 5th one, it's Spurs up against Liverpool. And Spurs, remember them? Yeah, they're that team that used to play in London. You know, I forget because they've missed the last 3 matches. All have been called off. So either they're really fresh or they're really rusty. In the news though, Dele Alli, remember him? Once upon a time a superstar on his way up. Well, he's on his way out apparently in January. Not happy, and the club's not happy either. So this team had better win now because pretty soon there's a lot of congestion coming to their calendars. And the Reds, well, they keep on motoring, beating Newcastle this past week. So I'm still going with the Reds in this one with a win, although not an easy path to 3 points. So that's about it for this weekend. We hope 5 matches. Please, as I mentioned, collectively cross those fingers.